Hello, dear listener. Welcome to a quiet journey, a gentle drift into the serene echoes of a galaxy far, far away. A world built not of stars and planets alone, but of countless dreams and shared experiences. Tonight, we'll allow our thoughts to wander through the intricate landscapes of a digital universe known as Star Wars Galaxies. Close your eyes gently, let your breath slow, and simply listen. Imagine, if you will, a time when the very fabric of the Star Wars saga was woven into a living, breathing tapestry accessible right from your own console. This was Star Wars Galaxies, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG, for Microsoft Windows. It was brought into existence by the dedicated minds at Sony Online Entertainment, or SOE, and gracefully published by LucasArts. A monumental undertaking, a digital realm born into the world on June 26, 2003. Think of that day, the anticipation, the unwrapping of the box, the gentle whir of the computer as it installed the universe. It wasn't merely a game, it was an invitation. An invitation to step beyond the screen, to inhabit a character, to carve out a destiny within a beloved narrative that had already captured the hearts of millions. From that moment of release, and through the years leading up to 2005, this digital cosmos continued to expand, to deepen, with the tender care of developers who introduced several expansions and updates. Each one was like a new star igniting in the night sky, offering fresh perspectives, new challenges, and deeper layers of immersion. But as with all things, even digital galaxies, there came a time for slumber. On a quiet day, December 15, 2011, the official servers for Star Wars Galaxies closed their doors, their digital gates, as the contracts that sustained their existence gracefully expired. A moment of quiet reflection for all who had journeyed there. Yet, like the echoes of a distant star, the spirit of Galaxies refused to fade. In the quiet corners of the internet, dedicated communities, almost like devoted historians or passionate astronomers, embarked on various private emulator projects. These endeavors, in their different stages of development, are driven by a singular, beautiful purpose: to allow new generations, and old friends alike, to once again experience the myriad incarnations of the game's rich existence. It's a testament to the enduring power of creation, the human desire to preserve and relive cherished memories, to rebuild worlds that once were, and perhaps, in a way, still are. Now let us delve deeper into the very essence of this world, exploring the fabric of its gameplay. Imagine the dawn of your own journey, standing at the precipice of creation. The very first choice you would make, a fundamental shaping of your identity within this vast galaxy, would be your species. Star Wars Galaxies offered a rich tapestry of 10 distinct species, each carrying its own lore, its own silhouette, its own potential for adventure. Close your eyes and picture them with me. There were the humans, so familiar, so adaptable, reflecting perhaps a piece of ourselves in this alien setting. Then the Twi'leks, with their distinctive headtails, or Leku, swaying gently, suggesting grace and mystery, a culture rich in art and shadow. The Zalbruk, stoic and determined, their horned brows hinting at a resilient spirit, and often a formidable presence. Imagine the Wookiees, towering and shaggy, their guttural roars and immense strength a testament to loyalty and raw power, native to the arboreal world of Kashyyyk, their spirit as wild as the forests they call home. The Trandashans, reptilian and formidable hunters, perhaps bringing a touch of primal instinct to the civilized galaxy, their scales shimmering with ancient traditions. The Rhodians, with their expressive snouts and antennae, their vibrant green skin a splash of color, often known for their quick wits and sharp senses. Then, the Mon Calamari, wise and aquatic, their large, luminous eyes reflecting the depths of their ocean homeworlds, masters of shipbuilding and strategic thought. The Bahans, known for their intricate spy networks, their furry frames and sharp minds making them adept at gathering vital intelligence, their whispers shaping galactic events. The Celestins, with their large, dark eyes and friendly demeanor, often found navigating starships through dangerous asteroid fields, their intuition guiding them through the cosmos. And finally, the Ithorians, with their unique, hammer-shaped heads, their voices resonating with a gentle, harmonious hum, deeply connected to nature and healing, bringing a sense of calm wisdom to any gathering. Each choice was more than just an aesthetic. It was an embrace of a certain heritage, a hint at the kind of story you might tell. Philosophically, it was an act of digital self-definition, a quiet contemplation of what kind of entity you wish to project into this shared dreamscape. What narratives would unfurl from the simple act of choosing to be a stoic Zaubrek, or a mysterious Twi'lek? The game invited you to ponder this, to step into a new skin. But the journey of self-expression didn't end there. After your initial character creation, the galaxy continued to offer paths for transformation. Imagine strolling into a vibrant cantina, the music a low thrum, the air filled with exotic scents, and there, amidst the diverse patrons, you find an entertainer. These talented individuals weren't just for dancing or music, they held the power to sculpt your very appearance. You could subtly alter your features, change your hairstyle, adorn yourself with new markings, far beyond the initial choices made at creation. It was a beautiful reflection of identity being fluid, ever-evolving, allowing players to truly inhabit and refine their digital selves, reflecting inner changes through outer forms. Only your species and fundamental gender remained constant, anchors in a sea of creative expression, anchoring the core of your chosen persona. Now, let us turn our attention to the intricate dance of professions, the very vocations that gave meaning and purpose to life within Star Wars Galaxies. Before a significant shift in the game known as the New Game Enhancements, or NG, the world offered a truly profound depth of specialization, a rich tapestry of career paths that felt truly organic and deeply interconnected. Players had access to a staggering 34 professions. Imagine that. 34 different ways to contribute, to learn, to master a craft or a skill. This wasn't just a list, it was a simulation of a complex society, a digital ecosystem where various forms of labor and expertise intertwined. At the very foundation of this complex system were 6 basic professions, entry points into a world of possibilities, each a pillar supporting the galactic community. The artisan, a master of creation, someone who could shape raw materials into useful, beautiful, or powerful objects. Think of the intricate processes involved, the scientific understanding of materials, the delicate balance of form and function. This profession contributed to the very infrastructure and economy of the galaxy, turning raw ore into starship plating, or exotic flora into potent medical compounds. The brawler, a skilled combatant relying on physical prowess and close-quarters techniques, a protector or perhaps an enforcer. Their study was the kinetics of motion, the biology of strength, the swiftness of reaction. The entertainer, not just for aesthetic changes, but for uplifting spirits, healing minds, and fostering community through music, dance, and storytelling. This profession delved into the psychology of well-being, the power of shared experience to restore mental fortitude, a vital, often overlooked, aspect of any functioning society. The marksman, a master of ranged weaponry, precise and deadly from a distance, a guardian from afar. Their focus was on ballistics, trajectory, optics, and the CA/LM focus required for accurate projection of force over space. The medic, a crucial lifeline, dedicated to healing wounds and mending spirits, an essential pillar of any community or expedition. A profound understanding of anatomy, physiology, and pharmacology, even in a simulated sense, underpinned their every action, making them invaluable. And the scout, a wilderness expert, tracking creatures, gathering resources, and navigating the wild, untamed corners of the galaxy. Their expertise was in survival, xenobotany, zoology, and geomapping, an almost scientific appreciation for the natural, or unnatural, world around them. From these foundational paths, the journey branched out into 24 advanced professions. Think of these as deeper specializations, combining elements, refining skills, truly carving out a unique niche in the galactic economy and social structure. Each profession wasn't a flat skill list, but a tree-like structure, a journey of growth and mastery, a philosophical progression from novice to sage. It began with a single novice level, a first step into a new world of learning. From there, 4 independent branches would unfurl, each containing 4 levels, representing increasing expertise in distinct aspects of that profession. And at the pinnacle, the master level, a revered status that demanded completion of all 4 branches, signifying a profound and holistic understanding of one's chosen path. It mirrored the human journey of deep learning and specialized knowledge. The progression felt earned, a gradual accumulation of knowledge and skill. Characters would purchase these skills with experience points, gained through diligent engagement in related activities. An artisan would craft, a medic would heal, a marksman would engage in combat. This symbiotic relationship between action and advancement fostered a deep sense of purpose, a direct correlation between effort and growth, a beautiful feedback loop that mirrored real-world learning. Then came the new game enhancements, or NG, a period of significant evolution for the galaxy. The profession system was streamlined, refocused, perhaps to create clearer archetypes within the Star Wars lore. With the NG, 9 new professions emerged, iconic roles that resonated deeply with the spirit of the saga. The Jedi, a path of immense dedication and power, wielding the Force itself, a pursuit of philosophical balance and disciplined energy manipulation. The Bounty Hunter, tracking elusive targets across the stars, driven by contracts and cunning, a master of pursuit and capture, a study in psychology and logistics. The Smuggler, navigating the gray areas of the law, quick-witted and resourceful, an expert in social engineering and spatial navigation. The Commando, an elite soldier, mastering heavy weapons and devastating tactics, a study in ballistics and tactical deployment. The Spy, a master of infiltration and deception, uncovering secrets in the shadows, a practitioner of stealth and information theory. The Officer, leading forces, inspiring allies and orchestrating strategic maneuvers, a leader in the art of command and control, a study of morale and group dynamics. The Medic, retaining its vital role in healing and support, always a scientific anchor. The Entertainer, still bringing joy and solace to the weary, a master of human connection and emotional restoration. And the Trader, the evolution of the artisan, the master of commerce and production, understanding supply, demand, and the flow of resources, a true economist of the digital realm. Progress in these new professions was divided into 3 distinct experience source groups: combat, crafting, and entertaining, simplifying the accumulation of experience while still allowing for diverse playstyles. In addition to these primary professions, a character could also pursue 3 optional side professions, adding further layers to their identity and capabilities. The Pilot, taking to the stars, mastering Celestia. Mechanics and ship navigation. The Chronicler, preserving history and lore, the Archivist of the Galaxy. And the Politician, shaping the social and governmental landscape, an architect of civic structure and public opinion. Beyond core skills, players could further specialize through expertise options. Imagine a trader, not just selling goods, but delving into beast mastery, perhaps raising and training companion creatures, a unique blend of commerce and companionship, an understanding of xenobiological behavior and animal husbandry. This allowed for personalized builds, even within predefined roles. All professions could specialize through expertise in items, meaning that even two characters of the same profession might feel profoundly different in their capabilities and focus. Interestingly, the role of a pure healer became the only one truly requiring a single profession, emphasizing its focused and vital nature within the game's mechanics, a testament to the essential, singular focus on restoration. Let us now turn our attention skyward, dear listener, to the vastness of space and the incredible freedom it brought to Star Wars Galaxies. The cosmos, once a distant backdrop, became an interactive playground with the release of the Jump to Lightspeed expansion. Before this, players were bound to planetary surfaces, exploring vibrant cities and dangerous wildernesses. But with Jump to Lightspeed, a new dimension of gameplay unfurled. Individual ships became attainable. Imagine, for the first time, the sheer thrill of acquiring your own starship. Not merely a plot device, but a vessel you could call your own, to customize, to pilot, to truly command. The galaxy, which once felt expansive on foot, now became boundless. Players could choose from a diverse array of ships, ranging in size and purpose. Perhaps you favored the nimble agility of a fighter craft, darting through asteroid fields, engaging in exhilarating dogfights, a solitary beacon against the darkness. Or maybe your ambition soared higher, towards the command of a formidable gunship, a vessel with up to 3 decks, offering space for multiple crew members, each with a role to play. Picture the hum of the engines, the gentle vibration beneath your feet as you stood on the bridge, gazing out at a panorama of stars, the vast unknown stretching before you. Scientifically, this engaged the player in a simulated understanding of physics, maneuverability, and spatial awareness that was deeply satisfying. This expansion wasn't just an addition, it was a revolution. It presented players with a fundamental choice, a fork in the path of their galactic journey. Would they dedicate their time to the grounded, terrestrial experiences, exploring planets, building cities, engaging in land-based combat? Or would they embrace the call of the void, becoming a starfarer, a space pirate, a heroic pilot, or a diligent cargo hauler? This dichotomy allowed for 2 vastly different, yet equally rich, gameplay loops, ensuring that whether your heart belonged to the dusty plains of Tatooine or the swirling nebulae of deep space, there was a home for you in Star Wars Galaxies. It was the realization of a core fantasy, to truly pilot a starship through the Star Wars universe, a tangible extension of self into the infinite. Now let us descend from the stars and ground ourselves in the intricate ballet of combat, a crucial element of any adventurous journey in a dangerous galaxy. Combat in Star Wars Galaxies, particularly in its initial incarnation, was a thoughtful dance of resource management, far from a frantic button-mashing affair. Every character and creature possessed 3 vital pools, elegantly named health, action, and mind, or HAM for short. These weren't merely hit points, they represented the very physical and mental reserves of a being. Health was the physical resilience, action represented stamina and the ability to perform physical feats, and mind embodied mental FOC. Willpower, and the capacity to use special abilities. The strategic depth came from this interplay. Philosophically, it was a profound metaphor for the finite nature of our own energy resources in life. When any one of these pools was fully depleted, the character would, quite simply, faint. Not necessarily perish immediately, but become incapacitated, vulnerable. This meant that combat required careful management of your actions. Every attack, every defensive maneuver, every special ability, would draw upon one or more of these pools. A powerful physical attack might drain your action, while a complex force ability might consume your mind. It was a constant balancing act, a tactical meditation on when to push, when to conserve, when to heal oneself or others. This system encouraged thoughtful engagement, preparation, and teamwork, as companions might specialize in restoring specific pools, creating a truly interdependent combat experience, a microcosm of biological and psychological equilibrium. With the NG, ground combat underwent a significant transformation, evolving into something more direct, more visceral, and in many ways, more familiar to players of action-oriented games. It became a real-time experience, akin to a first-person shooter. Imagine the shift. Instead of a more abstract, turn-like exchange, you would now actively aim a targeting reticule, guiding your blaster fire or lightsaber strikes with direct precision. A left click of the mouse would send a bolt streaking towards your target. For those who preferred a less demanding approach, auto-aim and auto-fire features were available, providing accessibility. However, the game subtly rewarded those who eschewed these automated options with an increased chance of achieving maximum damage, encouraging skill and direct player input, a direct test of reflexes and spatial judgment. As characters grew in power and experience, reaching higher levels, they gained access to a repertoire of additional combat abilities, often referred to as specials. These powerful moves could be unleashed with a right click of the mouse, or by activating them from a conveniently placed toolbar. These specials were more than just high-damage attacks. They formed a comprehensive toolkit, allowing players to heal themselves or allies, to buff or enhance their own capabilities or those of their companions, to debuff or weaken their enemies, and crucially, to crowd control, incapacitating or otherwise managing multiple foes in a chaotic battlefield. This layered system ensured that combat remained dynamic and engaging, even with the shift to real-time action, demanding both tactical thinking and swift execution. Advancement also brought the ability to wield more powerful weapons, a tangible sign of a character's growing prowess. Furthermore, as players leveled up, they earned expertise points, a valuable currency used to further advance their chosen professions. This system allowed for deep customization. Players could allot up to 45 points into various abilities and attributes, tailoring their character to their preferred play style. Would you specialize in certain weapon types, becoming a master of blasters or heavy cannons, a scientific study of ballistics? Would you focus on enhancing your healing abilities, becoming an indispensable support, a dedicated medical professional? Or perhaps invest in armor proficiency, transforming into a resilient tank, a master of defensive mechanics and materials science? These choices allowed for a truly personal expression of combat style. And for those who reached the pinnacle of their journey, achieving level 90, a new horizon of challenge and collaboration emerged: the heroic missions. These were not mere quests. They were epic encounters designed for groups of highly skilled players, requiring coordination, strategy, and mastery of their chosen professions. 5 such heroic missions stood as ultimate tests, each a narrative and strat. Egypt Peak. The Tuscan Invasion, a desperate defense against relentless desert raiders, a challenge of holding ground and coordinated defense. The IG-88 encounter, pitting players against one of the galaxy's most formidable assassin droids, a test of tactical maneuvering against a highly intelligent, artificial foe. Axvamin, a formidable Night Sister, challenging players with dark magic and cunning, requiring an understanding of mystical threats. The Imperial Star Destroyer, an opportunity to infiltrate and sabotage one of the Empire's most terrifying symbols of power, a mission of stealth, sabotage, and precision. And Exarchuin, a confrontation with a legendary Dark Lord of the Sith, a challenge that pushed heroes to their absolute limits, demanding mastery of every skill and profound teamwork. These heroic missions represented the zenith of cooperation and individual skill, providing a powerful sense of accomplishment and shared victory, cementing the bonds forged through countless adventures, a testament to collective human endeavor even in a digital space. Finally, let us consider the deep, underlying structure that gave Star Wars Galaxies its sense of true permanence and community. It's a game economy, infrastructure, and political system. This wasn't merely a backdrop. It was a living, breathing network built by the players themselves, a digital society taking shape before your very eyes. It was, in many ways, a grand social experiment. Imagine the satisfaction of erecting your own dwelling, a small home on a sprawling desert planet, or a bustling shop in a nascent settlement. Characters had the remarkable ability to construct, own, and meticulously decorate a wide variety of buildings. These weren't just for personal use. They ranged from private residences, sanctuaries for individual players, to communal structures like guild halls, where alliances could gather and plan. And extending even further, governmental buildings, the very cornerstones of burgeoning player-run cities. This reflected a fundamental human need to build, to settle, to claim a space. These buildings, when strategically grouped together, could be formally organized into cities. Think of it, players, not developers, having the power to shape the urban landscape of their galaxy. These cities weren't simply decorative. They were dynamic entities, with their own political structures. Players held elections for the position of mayor, a true testament to civic engagement in a digital world, a direct simulation of democratic principles. The election process was simple, elegant, and effective. Citizens would cast their votes via a ballot box placed within the city limits. Elected mayors held significant power, granting city members permission to place their structures within the city's boundaries, thus controlling its growth and layout. This was a direct exercise in urban planning and governance. These elections weren't just a one-time event. They were held every 3 weeks, ensuring a continuous cycle of democratic participation and accountability. If another ambitious player wished to lead, they simply added their name to the ballot box, challenging the incumbent. This created a lively political dynamic, fostering rivalries, alliances, and constant engagement within the player base, a genuine reflection of social and political behavior. As these player-created cities grew in population, a truly remarkable progression occurred. They became eligible to add services and facilities, evolving from simple outposts into vital hubs of galactic life. Imagine the pride of a city as it gained its very own vehicle repair garage, a vital service for explorers and traders, requiring a complex economic chain of parts and labor. Or a shuttle port, connecting it to the wider galaxy, bringing in new faces and new trade, expanding its demographic and economic reach. Cloning facilities provided a convenient respawn point, a scientific marvel of digital resurrection. Hospitals offered healing and respite, a center for medical expertise, and cantinas became bustling social centers, echoing with music and laughter, where adventurers could unwind and trade stories, fulfilling the human need for gathering and recreation. Even garden displays could be added, bringing aesthetic beauty and a touch of nature to the constructed environments, demonstrating a concern for quality of life beyond mere utility. These vibrant, player-driven cities weren't hidden away. As they matured and grew, they could even appear on the planet maps, alongside canonical cities from the Star Wars universe, such as the elegant capital of Theed on Naboo, or the bustling spaceport of Mos Eisley on Tatooine. This integration blurred the lines between player-created content and the established lore, giving player cities a profound sense of legitimacy and belonging within the Star Wars galaxy. It was a grand experiment in digital sociology, demonstrating the incredible capacity of a community to build, govern, and sustain its own thriving world, a testament to the enduring human spirit of collaboration and creation. As we gently bring our journey through Star Wars Galaxies to a close tonight, allow these images to linger in your mind. The vastness of space, the intricate web of professions, the camaraderie of heroic missions, the quiet satisfaction of building a home, a city, a community. Star Wars Galaxies was more than a game. It was a universe, a canvas upon which countless individual stories were painted, and a testament to the enduring human desire to connect, to create, and to explore. May your dreams be filled with quiet adventures and peaceful journeys through starlit skies. Rest well, dear listener, and may the Force be with you, always.